They said I was gifted, that I'd change the world. My teachers wrote letters home with words like genius. My parents bragged about my IQ like it was a winning lottery ticket. But at 25, I was broke, unemployed, and crying in my car after another failed job. Want to know how someone with a 145 IQ gets absolutely wrecked by life? And the unexpected revenge that made it all worth it? Buckle up. If you've ever felt underestimated or watched someone with zero talent rise through pure grit, this story is for you. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's get into a brutally honest journey of failure, self-destruction, and the kind of revenge that doesn't scream, it whispers. You could say I was raised on dreams, expensive ones. My parents stretched every dollar so I could believe in something bigger. Private lessons, extracurriculars, college tours. The problem? They couldn't afford it, but they never told me no. I grew up thinking I was special, not because I worked hard, but because, well, I was just born different. You're going to change the world, they said. My teachers confirmed it. IQ tests confirmed it. The whole world seemed to whisper, "You're destined." And I believed them. I got into some amazing colleges, but immigration and money issues killed those dreams quick. So I ended up in community college, which, surprisingly, I loved. Then came a terrible 4-year university, just so I could slap a finance degree on my resume. Graduated with honors. Thought I'd be snatched up by Wall Street. Instead, nothing. No callbacks, no interviews, just rejection. I blamed the job market, the system, my professors, everyone but me. Eventually, I gave up on finance and stumbled into retail management, and that's where the unraveling truly began. Retail was a disaster. At each of my first 3 jobs, I failed spectacularly. I couldn't follow basic routines, couldn't handle confrontation, and worst of all, couldn't accept responsibility. Every time I told myself it was them, not me. The truth? I was arrogant, lazy, and allergic to hard work. But I didn't know that yet. Then came what should have been the dream, a financial analyst role at a boutique wealth management firm, selective, prestigious, high-paying. They tested me for 4 hours, logic, math, IQ assessments, and afterward, they looked at me like I was gold. One of the founders said, "Your IQ is the highest we've seen since, well, ourselves. You're at 145. Cue ego explosion." I strutted into work every day like I was born for this. I was finally home. 6 months later, I was sobbing on the way home from work. My boss screamed at me daily. My reports had constant errors. High-level clients worth millions were pointing out my mistakes. I was circling the drain. So what did I do? Quit. Again. Blamed my boss. He's a jerk. No one could work under him. But deep down, a thought crept in. What if the problem isn't them? Next, I tried life insurance sales. Started off strong. Made some quick money. Impressed the new team like I always did. For about 2 months. Then came the crash. No clients, no commissions. I was racking up credit card debt. My girlfriend, God bless her, was paying all the bills while I spiraled. I was 25, 5 jobs in 2 years. Every single one ended in failure, and that's when it hit me. Not a gentle realization, a full-on punch to the gut. I'm the problem. Premiere looking at myself in the mirror one night. I looked like a shell, not a genius, not a prodigy, just a guy who thought the world owed him something because he scored well on a test. That's when the depression came. The shame, the anger, not at my boss or my parents or the system, but finally at me. I hit rock bottom, and rock bottom is cold, but it's also where foundations are built. I took a low-paying temp job doing accounts receivable at a labor union. Boring? Sure. But I needed humility more than excitement. For 3 months, I focused on mastering the basics. No arrogance, no gifted kid vibes. Just quiet learning. When that gig ended, I landed another, accounts payable clerk at a new firm. Same plan, no ego, just grind. And then something unexpected happened. Out of the blue, my old friend, let's call him F, texted me. Hey man, remember when you took that IQ test? What did you get again? I'm thinking of taking one. Now, this guy, he's the opposite of me. Average IQ, no flashy accolades, but he worked from the bottom up, paid off his student loans, landed a job as a financial manager under a CFO, $120,000 a year, shredded, confident, humble, a version of me that should have existed but never did. So I texted him back, "Why do you want an IQ test? You've already proven your intelligence. You built your life from nothing. You didn't need to be called a genius, you became one." Then I told him everything. The failed jobs, the debt, the mirror, the misery. We hadn't talked in years, and I cried on the way home after sending that message. Now here's the twist. The revenge wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was watching someone without a high IQ win through grit, humility, and consistency, and knowing that he asked me about a test score while I finally understood it meant nothing. That was the revenge. On my ego, on the system that told me I was better, on the lie that talent beats work. F didn't need validation, but he got it anyway. I did need it, and I finally earned it the hard way. Grit over IQ, consistency over potential, reality over labels. If you've ever felt behind or doubted yourself because you didn't grow up hearing "you're special," I'm living proof that hard work eats raw talent for breakfast. You can be average and still win everything. If this story hit home, hit that like button and drop a comment. What's one lesson life had to slap into you before you finally listened? And don't forget to subscribe. We've got more real, raw stories just like this one coming.